Welcome to a special episode on mental health. Bell Canada, a large Canadian telecom company, introduced to the world the Bell Let's Talk social media wave that took the world by storm. People all over the world opened up to speak freely about mental health issues on different platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, TV, and local newspapers. When it comes to mental health, many are looking to understand what mental health really means as well as to where to find help. Here are some of the best books to read on mental health. Google searches for mental health related terms like depression, anxiety, bipolar, and OCD spike during the wintertime. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, leaves many people feeling more depressed during the cold and dark winter months. Plus, depression and anxiety peak for many people during the holiday season. If the winter months left you feeling anxious or depressed, or if you're struggling with a condition like bipolar disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, or schizophrenia, and you're interested in learning more about your experience, you've come to the right place. From memoirs to research-backed guides, these books cover all things mental health. Links will be in the description below. First, We Make the Beast Beautiful, A New Journey Through Anxiety. Written by Sarah Wilson. Around 40 million people in the U.S. have anxiety or an anxiety-related disorder, such as panic disorder or social anxiety disorder. Learning about the clinical symptoms of anxiety is one thing, reading Sarah Wilson's captivating first-hand account is another. The former editor of Australia's Cosmopolitan magazine writes a hauntingly compelling narrative about her lifelong battle with anxiety that is engaging, relatable, and insightful. Did you know? Mental illness is experienced by 1 in 3 Canadians during their lifetime. Many Canadians are affected by it either directly or indirectly through family, friends, or colleagues. Little Panic, Dispatches from an Anxious Life. Written by Amanda Stern. Published in 2018, this memoir from writer and poet Amanda Stern tells the often comedic tale of what it feels like living with panic disorder. If you've been struggling with anxiety or a panic disorder for as long as you can remember, this book's for you. Stern's recounting primarily takes place during her childhood and teenage years. Did you know? Approximately 20% of individuals will directly experience a mental illness during their lifetime. Maybe you should talk to someone, a therapist, her therapist, and Our Lives Revealed. Written by Lori Gottlieb. Ever wondered what your therapist is thinking during your appointments? If the answer is yes, go buy this book ASAP. Lori Gottlieb explores the world of therapy from a unique perspective. She writes about her role as both therapist and patient. You'll find yourself gripped by the narratives she tells, some tragic, some hilarious, and in awe of the book's astounding conclusion: we're all human and flawed. Don't call me crazy. 33 voices start the conversation about mental health. Written by Kelly Jensen. Don't Call Me Crazy attempts to destigmatize mental health by exploring the problematic word crazy, a word used to describe people who struggle with mental illness. The quick read features the stories of 33 people who have dealt with mental illness in some form, with their commentary on why we don't talk about it enough, and why that needs to change. Get Out of Your Own Way, Overcoming Self-Defeating Behavior. By Mark Goulston and Philip Goldberg. This book might have been published in 1996, but it's still an incredibly insightful and worthwhile read. Through anecdotes and advice from Mark Goulston, a psychiatrist, you'll learn about how to stop the self-sabotaging behavior so many of us fall victim to. Did you know? Many complex factors cause mental illness, including genetic, biological, personality, and environmental. Furiously Happy, a funny book about horrible things. Written by Jenny Lawson. Journalist Jenny Lawson's memoir about her lifelong journey with depression and other mental health problems is equal parts funny and endearing. Furiously Happy explores the nuanced, often contradictory world of mental health, with a look at how people can thrive and find happiness in spite of mood disorders like depression. The Collected Schizophrenias, Essays. Written by Ismay Jun Wang. This critically acclaimed collection of essays from up-and-coming writer Ismay Jun Wang details her journey with schizoaffective disorder, a condition characterized by symptoms of both schizophrenia, such as hallucinations, and mood disorders, like depression and mania. The collected Schizophrenias details her journey, with a particular emphasis on the identity issues people with mental illness often face. Did you know? Mental illnesses can be effectively treated. The Noonday Demon, an Atlas of Depression. Written by Andrew Solomon. No list on the best mental health books would be complete without this National Book Award winner and Pulitzer Prize finalist. The Noonday Demon takes a deep, comprehensive look at depression through the lens of both Andrew Solomon's personal experience and the experiences of others with a mood disorder. The nearly 600-page book also explores the cultural, political and scientific facets of depression. Did you know? Mental illness is costly to individuals, families, the healthcare system and the community. The Happiness Trap, How to Stop Struggling and Start Living, A Guide to Act. Written by Russ Harris. As a society, we've become obsessed with the pursuit of happiness. In this book, Russ Harris makes a compelling argument that instead of constantly searching for happiness and being let down, it's more important to accept our current circumstances. The Happiness Trap explores a relatively new type of psychotherapy called acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, which aims to help people manage conditions like anxiety and depression using strategies focused on acceptance and mindfulness. Did you know? The stigma attached to mental illness presents a serious barrier not only to diagnosis and treatment, but also to acceptance by society. Reasons to Stay Alive. Written by Matt Haig. Many people with anxiety also experience depression, and many people with depression also experience anxiety. In fact, research has found 45% of people with one mental health disorder meet the criteria for at least two disorders. UK-based writer Matt Haig is part of that 45%. His critically acclaimed, deeply moving memoir explores how he managed both conditions, taking a close look at what worked and what didn't. An Unquiet Mind, a memoir of moods and madness. Written by K. Redfield Jamison. This canonical book explores bipolar disorder, a condition characterized by extreme mood swings, from the lens of someone who's not only a clinical psychologist and expert on the topic, but also suffers from the disorder herself. K. Redfield Jamison's unique perspective on bipolar disorder as both the patient and the practitioner has made An Unquiet Mind one of the most well-regarded pieces ever written on the topic. I hope you have found this information insightful and that you will start to read any of the books listed below. If you liked this video, please share it with others whom can also benefit from its information. If on YouTube, please like and share. Please comment if you are suffering from mental health issues and what you are doing to help yourself and let others know. To your success, health, and prosperity.